Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber CISSP Prepcast. This series helps you prepare for the ISC Squared CISSP exam with focused explanations and practical context. In this episode, we'll dive into patch management and configuration control, two core processes that serve as foundational pillars for maintaining secure systems, reducing exploitable vulnerabilities, and supporting consistent, organization-wide cybersecurity. These practices aren't just about updating systems or checking boxes for compliance. They're about taking a disciplined, proactive approach to system management that helps defend against known threats, ensures operational stability, and builds trust in your enterprise's infrastructure. If you're preparing for the CISSP certification, it's essential to understand how patching and configuration management work together to reinforce security while supporting scalability and resilience. But let's begin with patch management. Patch management is the process of identifying, acquiring, testing, deploying, and verifying updates to software, firmware, and applications. These updates may address security vulnerabilities, fix bugs, or improve functionality, but in cybersecurity, our focus is primarily on those that close security gaps. Timely patching is one of the most effective ways to mitigate risk. Many breaches occur because known vulnerabilities remain unpatched for weeks or even months after a fix is released. When you delay patching, you give threat actors a longer window to exploit weaknesses that are already publicly documented. Proper patch management reduces the attack surface and helps maintain compliance with security standards and regulatory mandates. Standards like the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, ISO 27001, and the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard all require that systems be kept up to date with security patches. Patching also demonstrates maturity. It shows that your organization takes threats seriously, that it can maintain operational hygiene, and that it understands the importance of vulnerability management. A well-run patch management process helps protect sensitive data, supports business continuity, and ensures that security defenses are operating as designed. So what does an effective patch management practice look like in action? It starts with identifying what needs to be patched. This means maintaining an accurate inventory of hardware and software assets, monitoring vendor announcements, subscribing to vulnerability feeds, and reviewing threat intelligence. Once patches are identified, you need to prioritize them. Not all vulnerabilities carry the same level of risk. Use vulnerability scoring systems like the Common Vulnerability Scoring System, CVSS, as well as contextual factors like the criticality of the affected system, exposure to the internet, and the availability of exploits. Patches for high-severity vulnerabilities and exposed systems should be prioritized over lower-risk issues on internal or isolated systems. Testing is the next step. Before deploying patches across your environment, test them in a controlled setting to ensure they don't disrupt functionality or conflict with existing configurations. Testing allows you to catch issues early and avoid introducing new problems into production. Deployment should be done in a timely and consistent manner. Use automated patch management tools when possible to reduce manual effort, improve speed, and ensure completeness. Tools can help schedule deployments, report on coverage, and validate installation success. Finally, verification and auditing are essential. It's not enough to deploy a patch. You must confirm that it was installed correctly and that it addressed the intended issue. Conduct scans, review logs, and use centralized reporting dashboards to verify patching effectiveness. Let's now shift to configuration control. Configuration control is the practice of managing system settings in a secure, consistent, and documented manner. It ensures that systems are deployed with secure defaults, that changes are tracked, and that configurations align with security standards. Without configuration control, you risk misconfigured systems, drift between environments, and undocumented changes that make troubleshooting and forensics more difficult. Poor configuration management is one of the leading causes of security incidents, whether it's an open storage bucket, a misconfigured firewall, or disabled logging on a critical system. Configuration control ensures alignment with internal policies, regulatory expectations, and industry best practices. It simplifies system administration by enforcing consistent settings and helps prevent unauthorized changes from introducing vulnerabilities or violating compliance. Documented configurations improve system reliability and support incident response. If something goes wrong, responders can quickly determine what the system was supposed to look like and compare it to its current state. This speeds up investigations and reduces confusion during crises. Understanding and applying configuration control helps ensure that your organization's systems are secure, reliable, and resilient across their life cycle, from deployment through decommissioning. For more information on CISSP certification and other valuable cybersecurity education resources, please visit cyberattacks.me. You'll find best-selling books, training tools, and resources tailored specifically for cybersecurity professionals. Also, there are other podcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Now let's talk about implementing effective configuration control practices. First, establish a secure baseline configuration for each system type. A baseline is a known, approved set of system settings that includes everything from operating system configurations to firewall rules to logging parameters. These baselines should align with your security policies and be reviewed regularly to account for updates in standards or threat intelligence. Next, conduct audits to compare live systems against these baselines. Configuration drift occurs naturally over time as systems are patched, updated, or reconfigured. Regular audits help you detect changes, determine whether they are authorized, and restore systems to their secure state when necessary. Automation can greatly improve configuration control. Tools like configuration management systems, infrastructure as code platforms, and compliance scanning tools help enforce consistency and detect unauthorized changes in real time. These tools also help with version control, rollback, and compliance reporting. Documentation is a key part of control. Every approved configuration should be documented and version controlled. Exceptions must be tracked and justified. Change control processes should require that any deviation from the baseline is reviewed, approved, and recorded. And of course, training matters. System administrators, developers, and network engineers must be trained on secure configuration practices, your organization's baselines, and how to use the tools that enforce configuration control. Training turns your documentation into daily action and ensures that your teams are aligned with security objectives. Let's now look at the security controls that support both patch and configuration management. Start with automation. Patch management tools and configuration management platforms should be integrated with your monitoring systems, ticketing tools, and alerting platforms. This allows for real-time reporting and response when something deviates from your expected baseline. Secure all patching and configuration activities using encrypted communication, multi-factor authentication, and restricted administrative access. Store configuration files and patch packages in secure, access-controlled repositories. Conduct regular vulnerability assessments and penetration tests. These help validate that patches are in place and that systems are not exposed due to misconfigurations. Combine these findings with audit logs and configuration scans to get a full picture of your system's security posture. Backups are essential. Before applying patches or making configuration changes, ensure that backups are taken. This allows you to roll back safely if a change causes problems. Maintain archives of historical configurations and patch statuses to support forensics, audits, and troubleshooting. Finally, maintain detailed audit trails. Every patch deployed and every configuration change applied should be recorded with metadata that includes the user, the time, the system affected, and the justification for the change. These logs support accountability, traceability, and compliance. Let's wrap up with continuous improvement. Patch management and configuration control are not set-it-and-forget-it practices. Review your strategies regularly in light of evolving threats, new technologies, and regulatory updates. Use incident analysis to improve. If a breach occurred due to a missing patch or misconfiguration, ask why it was missed and fix the underlying process. Use lessons learned from security events to refine your baselines and improve your patch prioritization. Collaborate across teams. Security, infrastructure, application development, compliance, and operations all have a stake in patching and configuration. Working together ensures that changes are coordinated and aligned with broader goals. Keep training fresh. Ensure that all technical staff understand not just how to apply patches and configurations, but why these actions matter. Foster a culture of responsibility, curiosity, and continuous improvement. Thank you for joining the CISSP Prepcast by Bare Metal Cyber. Visit baremetalcyber.com for additional episodes, comprehensive CISSP study resources, and personalized certification support. Deepen your understanding of patch management and configuration control, and will consistently support your journey toward CISSP certification success.